had a cough for about a month, and antibiotics and steroids really weren't helping. And they did a CT scan and stuff and told me that it was a mass in my chest.
My daughter, Jaden, was diagnosed back in January with lymphoma. So we've been spending quite a bit of time here in the last few months.
Well, our journey at this hospital began when I was 20 weeks pregnant. We first found out about Nadia's heart condition. And she was born with hypoplastic right heart syndrome. We took an ultrasound of her heart and found out that she was into heart failure, or going into heart failure. And it was going downhill fast from then.
I'll never forget the day that I drove Michael down to the hospital for a CT scan. We did not know what was wrong. We just knew that something was not right with his abdomen. And it was a very traumatic experience to learn that he had cancer. The nurses were wonderful, the doctors were wonderful. We even had one special nurse to help us get settled in our room that night, and then she introduced us to Child Life.
Child Life Services at Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt helps children and families cope with illness, injury, hospitalization.
Help children understand a little bit more about how the nurses and doctors will be taking care of them.
So I think as Child Life specialists, we really meet kids and families wherever they're at and really help empower them to have the tools, the words that's going to help get them through their journey.
Really helps the children's anxiety level to be decreased.
Not only do they reach the patient, but they reach the parent. Oftentimes, the parent, the mother, the father, are more anxious about the procedure than the child. They're the ones who understand what the consequences can be.
I think that's what's so special about this hospital is that we have a dedicated team supporting these kids in the ways that they need.
Just dedicate a little extra TLC to that entire family to help them get through that procedure.
Being in the hospital, having hospital procedures, it's not easy for kids. It is hard to understand why something that's supposed to help is actually hurting them. And through play, we're able to share more information in the child's own language so that they better understand that.
And they just want to feel normal, and they just want to play like kids. And to have the toys and the games that we have is really important.
We treat children and we care for children across the age span. So for infants, it might be that mobile or the crib toy. For a toddler, the little tiny cars that we have in the pre-surgical area. For preschoolers, it might be some of the puppets that we have that allow them to express their emotions. And for teenagers, it's the technology that we have available, the iPads that help them to get engaged and to help them to express as well as learn about the hospital.
We also have books that actually show photographs of the actual scanners so the children will be able to take a look at what they're going to experience.
So this is Hank. Hank is one of our teaching tools. He's been incredibly useful with some of our patients that are preschoolers that are here for a long time waiting for heart transplant.
How certain lines work and tubes work, and let them play with the pieces and let them get really familiar with things, and that's so important.
After surgery, one of the things that I really like to provide for children at that time is toys that are familiar to them, as well as toys and activities that will help them in their recovery. Certainly one of the most important tools that we use as Child Life specialists are bubbles. That deep breathing is a relaxation strategy in itself.
We're actually down there playing with them, and usually by the time we're done, the child has become our best friend, as well as the parents.
Our patients are here for long periods of time, and this place becomes their home.
So all of those little things really add up to make a big, big difference to kids and families.
The hospital stay for her was we were home. For her, it was home. Every time she needed a procedure done or blood drawn, we did it first on Hank. Did you take walks with Hank? So it was good. It was a good experience for both of us.
Well, when I came here, it was very scary and stuff, and Child Life has just kind of made it so much more calming.
And they go the extra mile to stop, slow down, talk to them.
I look forward to all the love and support that the nurses and everyone gives.
The doctors, the Child Life, everyone has been amazing.
I remember when Michael first came in, I was a new nurse. He just had one of those smiles that just sticks with you. Such a special kid, and to hear that he's doing as well as he is now is just a wonderful feeling, and that's why we do what we do. I trust our child life specialists completely and know that they really care about those kids just as much as I do, and that their job is just as important as mine.
We see families on their best days, and we see families on their worst days. At the end, we really hope that they survive whatever they have to go through, be it brothers or sisters or patients, with their childhood spirit intact.
This is a vital component of treatment, and insurance doesn't pay for it.
All of those tools that we use and that are so helpful in our practice with children and families and helping them through the experience cost money.
On any given day, we can have 1,000 kids really in or out of the hospital.
With the latest round of cuts being made at the federal and the state level, funding is more critical now than ever.
We are going to be charged as a healthcare community to do more with less.
There just simply isn't enough resources to go around.
We need to all rally together to make sure that every child has a child life specialist on their side.
I've known for a long time I want to be a nurse when I grow up, and this experience has made me more determined to be a nurse because I want to give back and help other people like other people have helped me. It just makes me grateful that there are people out there that care so much.